welcome back to the channel. Also, welcome if you are new. So, I got some stuff I have to get done today. But, big thing is just the pool area. I need to, just pretty much the whole area needs to be power washed and whatnot. But I wanted to come out here and let the ducks out so that they can get around a little bit. They're all chilling. They all come over and they see me. Hey guys. You guys want to come out? Come on. Come on, babies. So, they bob their head like that is how they communicate. They don't actually like quack. They do make noise, but they don't actually like quack. So, yeah. So cute. And they'll follow me often. But I walk this way. Let's see if they come. They're like, no, we're gonna stay over here today. You go do your thing. But yeah, let them out. Let them get some grass and bugs and all the things they want to get. And then these guys over here being loud. Specifically the boys. Which one of you boys are yelling at me? Huh? It's hard to see them on camera through the wire. There we go. They're all just checking out what's going on. A lot of you guys are probably in the sand bath, aren't you? Oh yeah, there you guys are. Hiding in here. That is where you prefer to be, is that area. Yeah, everyone's just chilling. Oh, also, so that garden we put together is looking really, really good. Give you guys a little tour. So this is my cucumber, so that's looking good. Back there is supposed to be tomato and lettuce. It's not coming up as well. I don't know. First time doing this. We'll see. These are all bush beans. Not quite sure why this area of bush beans didn't grow, but there's still a lot. That's all my corn. And then this whole garden is going to be watermelons. So we got a bunch popped up, and they're different types of watermelons. So the gardens, though, are looking awesome. The cucumber especially. This thing is getting massive. So I'm excited that it's actually not dead. But yeah, I'll let the ducks do their thing and hang out. And I'm going to start removing stuff so I can power wash this whole pool area.
It's like I've got no sense of touch. I'm always pouring out my heart. No, little by little here. I'm always pushing things too far. 2, 5, 6, 10 drinks at the bar. No boundaries, I get too close. No, little by little here. 'Cause I give my all. No, little by little I pour out my heart. Little by little here. I always run and hit the wall.
After I got done pulling all the swimsuit, random clothes that were outside, towels and everything and throwing them in the wash, it was time to start moving furniture and picking up the toys and everything. This is an area that definitely gets used a ton. So it gets really dirty, full of dog hair. The dogs are out here absolutely all the time. So we wanted to kind of take it in sections. I wasn't going to take the furniture like all the way out of this area, so I was moving this furniture to start on this main sitting area first. We're gonna vacuum it and power wash it and really just try and get everything back to like its original state. There's so many different bugs and just random stuff absolutely everywhere.
Give my all, 'cause I don't care if people stop and stare. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky. Let me be all that I
Also, if you're wondering about any of the foam in the different cracks, when we first moved in, we noticed there were certain areas that this is an older home, so the foundation had like shifted slightly and there were some cracks. And after that first really bad hurricane we had down here, we noticed areas where water was seeping in. So we made sure that after that hurricane that we went through and sealed anything that could cause damage in the future. So that is what that is. That's just expandable foam that we use to help seal up different areas, mainly by this patio area, and then you'll see a little bit by the sliding glass doors as well.
If people stop and stare, let me fly, walk that fly into nowhere. Let me be all that I can be. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly like damn. I'll shine again. I'll be free, be all I can be.
The amount of hair and bugs, though, that was under this sofa was so gross, but to be expected. Like I said, the dogs spend a lot of time out here, and then obviously it's outside, so there's going to be bugs, especially since we have the bug zapper right on that shelf. But Bobby also is like very big on making sure that he sprays for bugs on a regular basis. Luckily, since being down here, I don't know if it's location or he's just really good at making sure we don't get bugs, but we have not had like a bug issue at all. He is really good at staying on top of it. So that is really, really nice. But this vacuum does not work great for these rugs. And the next day, it's not going to be shown in this video, after these rugs had dried, I actually came out here with the Shark vacuum and used that to get the rest of these rugs cleaned up. But knowing that we were going to be power washing and actually using soap and everything on these rugs, I was not about to bring out the Shark and possibly ruin it. This was also the day prior we had our AC finally fixed. So this was like the first full day of actually having AC in the house, which was perfect because even though I was working outside, like I at times just wanted to go inside and cool off. So it was so nice having our AC back to working because doing all this work outside, it was about 90 something degrees outside. It was nice to every once in a while just go inside, get some water, cool off a little bit before heading back out here. Bobby was out here a lot this day helping me out. As you can see, it's just a lot of work. And it can always seem so much more strenuous when it is so hot outside. But we spend so much time back here. Like the kids are always swimming and hanging out. Bobby and I often, once the kids go to bed, we'll do a late night swim together and hang out. So it's really nice just to have this very just peaceful and clean and everything. I would like to redo this patio, but it's a lot of work and then it will make it like days that you can't use it. So I am very hesitant to repaint all the cement just because it's going to stink to have to move everything, paint it, and then have a good couple of days that you can't even be out here while it's curing. So our power washer is the Ryobi. I love this thing. It's just an electric one, so don't worry about me being barefoot. It's honestly not strong enough to, like, gas-powered ones are way stronger. Those are the ones you kind of have to be nervous about. These are not that strong, but they're perfect for like household uses. I don't need anything crazy strong. I like that this has the option where there's containers that you can put soap in it. That way you can use soap and rinse and all the options. However, this soap was intense to get rid of. I did not realize how much actually came out until I started trying to rinse it off. It actually suds up way more later when I'm trying to rinse it compared to putting the soap on it. But it does work, and it just also makes this whole area smell so much nicer. Like I said, the dogs are out here, and they lay on all this stuff, and it just gets stinky. But I just made sure that literally everything got hit. This door gets really bad. This door to the left actually goes into our bedroom, and the dogs go in and out of here. And Drake has figured out how to like click his little paw into where the screen is and open it by himself. So we have all sorts of muddy paw prints all over this door. You can't even see it that well on camera. I should have gotten a close-up because I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Power washing is one of my absolute favorite things to do. I don't love having to like drag it out and set it up and put it away and all that stuff, but actual power washing, I love, especially when it's hot. You get that like kickback. It's always really satisfying to see how clean things get. It's one, when I am outside, like if I can power wash something, I am power washing it. It just is one of the most satisfying things to do when it comes to cleaning. And I don't know, I just love it. So you will not see Bobby power washing because that is my favorite thing. I am using him all for muscle here. Well, and some camera work.
Going all to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing.
Talking about camera work, so we are picking up our family vlog channel. I have gotten messages from so many of you guys asking when we were going to start doing it again. And honestly, like once we moved down here, we had so much on our plate that it really just got onto the back burner. However, we are going to pick it up again. Actually, Bobby is taking over that channel. So, editing, filming, everything. It may not look exactly like it did when I was doing the filming and editing and everything because he is fully taking over that side of the YouTube. So if you already are following us and have the bell, you would have seen that we did post a video on Sunday, and we are going to shoot for posting a video every single Sunday. And once he gets more comfortable with filming and editing, because it's a lot to learn. Like he's learning everything. I'm having him learn the filming, the editing, the thumbnails, the titling, absolutely all of it. But I would love you guys to go over there and show him some support because it's a lot to learn. Any of my fellow YouTubers here, you guys know, like when you're first starting out, it is so much to learn. But so far, he is doing such a good job in picking it all up. You would think because like, oh, well, I do YouTube that he should just know, but it's really, I've always handled all of it. So this is all a brand new experience for him. So definitely go check out our family vlog channel. It's just Cambriea and Bobby, and you can see all of our new content coming out. That's going to be a little bit more family oriented. So you're going to see more of the dogs and the ducks and the quail and the kids and just what happens on a day-to-day basis, kind of see around where we're living, different parks, and whenever we do fun stuff with the kids, stuff like that is going to all be over there on that channel.
true survivor, standing tall amongst the brave. It's time to rise up, yelling glory to the saved, and we fall.
So getting all the soap off of this, I honestly did not film it all because it was taking so long. So I will end up just eventually cutting to showing us putting the furniture back because, yeah, it took a long time to completely rinse all the soap off, especially since I was trying to be careful and not like rinse it towards the pool because I didn't want all of that getting into the pool. Obviously, you can only control that so much, but I was trying my hardest to get as little into the pool as possible.
Up at night, there's a miracle alive. All the pain inside your bones, all the cold inside your homes. You were never all alone, all alone. Restless all the time. Feel myself decline. Lose myself till my heart stops. But we fall, we raise.
We absolutely love this Traeger smoker. We had a smoker at the old house, and it was nice and all, but I didn't like the way the smoke left. It didn't seem to give as much of a smoke setup. So we got this one when we got down here, and I absolutely love this thing. We use it all the time. I actually made lasagna the other day on it. That was when our AC still wasn't working. I really wanted lasagna, but I did not by any means want to turn on the oven because we were trying to keep the house as cool as possible, and it was so good. Some of the best lasagna we've ever had was on this smoker. But now I am just taking apart these cushions. I love that they zip on and off. It is so much easier to clean these, even though it can be a pain to put it back together. It does make all the difference, and I made sure that when I cleaned it, I used OxyClean to get rid of any staining or anything, as well as some scent boosters just to freshen up this whole area. Here I just wanted to show the ducks. They love hanging out under the trampoline. It is so cute, and they're kind of like dogs. They follow me around like dogs, and like if they go towards my vegetable garden, if I like tell them no and tell them to come, they will literally come. It is the cutest thing ever. Absolutely obsessed with them. Like I said, they're definitely kind of like dogs, which I had heard about Muscovies that they can be almost more, not domestic. Maybe that's the right word, but I absolutely love having them around. They free range pretty much all day, every day. So they get all the fresh bugs and grass and everything that they want.
Take it to Mars, oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break in, you'll swear. You're falling into me, touch me, I swear. You would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun.
Now moving on to the next section. Another good reason to work in sections is if for some reason, like down here, we can get random downpours and you never know when it's going to happen. It's nice to work in sections. That way, even if I couldn't do this all in one day, now we did get it all done in one day, but even if we couldn't, I'd be able to stop and have like a good stopping point. Like, okay, the whole sitting area is done. Tomorrow I'll do the next section. So that is another reason I really like working in sections. If it's in my house, outside, I like to have a good stopping point. In the winter, it's even more important because the kids are in school. So I'm always stopping and going and never able to be like, do a consistent hours and hours of cleaning. That's just not realistic with 3 kids and other things to get done in our life.
There's no denying what we want. Just watch me break in. You're falling into me, touch me, I swear. You would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me.
All right, so this though is so satisfying. Like, this is what I'm talking about. When you see all this dirt and grime build up, and just seeing it get washed out of here, I was trying to work as much as I could to the door. That way it went all the way out of this area, really cleaning out these cracks or any of the drain holes, just to make sure that we are getting proper drainage in this pool. We are definitely in the wet season here in Florida. Middle of hurricane season, so you never know if we're going to get tropical storm or hurricane. So making sure we have really good drainage was really important to us to make sure it all got done. Bobby was actually enlarging some of the holes because they were super tiny and just getting clogged with dog hair. I'm sure if this was a area and someone didn't have pets, it would have been no big deal, but our dog hair clogs up everything. So he was actually putting in even bigger drain holes just to make sure that we didn't have that clogging problem anymore.
Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. There's no place on earth I would rather be.
So I'm curious if you guys are doing anything fun this summer. I know I've talked about our trip to Wisconsin. That is the main thing. But I also want to get the kids to Gatorland. Last year, we didn't really get to do anything really fun down here in Florida just because we were renovating. Like, we took that whole first summer and really just tried to get this house done. You guys know I wanted it done before the holidays, so that was our main priority. But this summer, we want to get out and do some stuff that the kids have not done. Like, we've gone to St. Augustine and SeaWorld and things like that. But the kids have never been to, like, Gatorland or a riverboat tour or something like that. So we are planning on doing little things like that throughout. The kids really want to do Disney, but I told them I want to wait till Freya is just a little bit older, and my plan is that it's not just going to be like a Disney day. Even though we live down here, I want to make it a whole weekend, so I'm probably going to end up talking to a travel advisor about getting the best deals to get a resort for 2 nights and 3 days at the park. That way we can really enjoy it to its fullest. Also, for everyone asking about the animals, because a lot with our trip to Wisconsin, I've gotten a lot of questions. My parents will be taking care of them. Luckily, they don't live that far from us, so if they go out of town, I go over to their house a couple times a day and deal with their animals, and kind of the same situation here as when we're gone. They'll come over a couple times a day, make sure the birds are fed, the dogs are fed, let outside, and everything's taken care of. I like it that way because then the dogs aren't being moved around. Like, they're staying at our house, meaning the dogs, which I think for them is actually a lot more comfortable than if I was to bring them to my parents' house and then they have to get used to a new place. We did that often when we lived in Wisconsin, because we didn't have family near us. And the dogs always dealt with anxiety. Drake would literally not eat for a couple days till he got comfortable. So the idea that they're just going to be at home, I think will make this trip a lot better even for them. I know someone asked the other day about Drake and how he is doing. Drake is our husky, if you don't know. He is our old man. He is 14 years old. So he is at pretty much max age for huskies. So he's just getting old. I know they asked because his dog bowl was actually in the family room. We have gotten to where we feed him in the family room. He eats better when he's in there. So I am definitely the type of pet owner that I know that when dogs stop eating, there's usually a reason for it. It's their way of knowing they're done. But at the same time, if it's just an age thing, and like I know his teeth aren't the best anymore and things like that. So we have been feeding him in the family room and just putting some hot water on his kibble. That way he can chew it easier. So that is why he is in the family room. Unfortunately, like I said, he is our old man. So far, I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon, but you never know. He's just definitely showing his age at this point. He can't even jump on our bed, which is crazy because he used to like jump our 6-foot fence all the time when he was younger. This is my least favorite thing of this entire project is putting these cushions back on. It can be so difficult. I will say the easiest thing though is to put the cushions inside out and grab the corners and then work its way down. When you're trying to push it in, that is so much harder. Luckily, Bobby was out here to help, so it did make it go faster that way. But when it comes to cushions for anything, I hate having to stuff them back in, but it does make a huge difference. Except Bobby did have to take it out because he put one of the seat cushions in a back cushion, so it didn't quite fit. He was trying to figure out why we were missing something. But now I'm going on to one of my favorite summer salads. My kids absolutely love watermelon. So we love doing this little summer salad. It's super fresh, super refreshing. And like I said, the kids just love it. So I used only half a watermelon. You don't have to ball it up like this. I think it looks cute. And I was actually taking the salad to my parents' house for our Sunday get-together with my aunt and uncle and mom and dad. So I was making it a little bit more presentable than I would normally would just at home. You can just totally cut it up into bite-sized pieces. But all you gotta do is, like I said, bite-size up the watermelon. And then I'm going to get some cucumber into bite-sized pieces as well. You don't have to skin your cucumber, and I actually like a little bit of the skin left on for the texture. So I just took off about half the skin and then cut that up into, like I said, bite-sized pieces. You don't want these giant pieces. You kind of want to be able to get a little bit of everything into each bite. So you could even chop it up a little bit smaller than this if you wanted to.
You kept quiet, also not telling me straight up, ooh. So why you trying to hide your curiosity when I know you come on?
And then I'm going to be thinly slicing some red onion. I love red onion. Raw onion in general, like I love it in salads. I feel like it just adds a flavor that you're not normally getting out of all the like fruit and vegetables. So I'm going to put that in. You definitely could leave the onion out. I know some people are like, nope, not at all to the onion. So it is a personal preference thing. Nice thing about the way I cook is I don't use recipes. I put together stuff that I know me and my family love and we eat, and we just kind of wing it. So you can do the same thing. Take a look at what I'm making and make it fit what you want. I go back and forth when I'm making this if I'm going to use basil or mint. On this day, I decided to use mint.
Look in my eyes, tell me friend, oh can't you see what you mean to me? It's obvious we are that perfect match, ain't no catch. You and I will make it last. Place your bet on me and everything will be alright. Take a chance, ain't no risk. You and I won't hit and miss. Give yourself to me and we'll be more than friends for life.
And then I had completely forgotten that I had used the rest of my feta So I actually had to send Bobby to the store to buy feta. I absolutely love feta, so I use a lot of it. I use 2 containers of feta, but like I said, I love feta. And then when it comes to the dressing, I'm just using some olive oil, some red wine vinegar, salt, pepper, and then a little bit of lime juice. If you have fresh limes, that's best. I did not, so I just squeezed some lime into it.
Hold your head high, but your morals to fade. I know you feel cool, but your bubble will break. Oh.
And this is going to be probably one of your guys' favorite summer salads. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with a friend. But I will see you next time. Bye.